Hi guys, welcome to Guilty Nightmares. Today I'm gonna talk about Jayme Closs, who was kidnapped by Jake Thomas Patterson, who was 21 years old at the time. After spotting Jayme getting on a school bus, Jayme was only 13 years old and the only child to her mom Denise Closs, who was 46 years old, and her dad James Closs, who was 56 years old. They lived in a small house in a small quiet town called Barron, Wisconsin. Jake Thomas Patterson attended Northwood High School in Manhunt and graduated in 2015. The school was small with only about 35 students in his graduating class. He was also a member of their quiz bowl team. Multiple of his classmates described him as quiet, shy, and isolated. He did not attend sporting events, school dances, or any school trips. Jake expressed interest in joining the Marines in his school yearbook, but there is no record of him doing so. Jake's parents divorced around 2007 or 2008, when he was in his early teens. After the split, his mother and father both moved out the family cabin in Gordon, Wisconsin, but Jake and his brother stayed in the cabin, often left unsupervised for long periods of time. There are also no reports that indicate abuse and neglect, but people have described their home life as unstable and unsupervised at times, especially after their parents' separation. It is said that Jake withdrew further after his parents' separation. After Jake Thomas Patterson saw Jayme get on the school bus, he spent days planning the crime. He even went as far as shaving his head to avoid leaving DNA. On the 15th of October 2018, around 1 a.m., Jake Thomas Patterson broke into the house of the Closs family, fatally shooting James Closs and Denise Closs and kidnapping 13-year-old Jayme, taking her 70 miles or 110 kilometers to his house in Gordon, Wisconsin, where he held Jayme captive for 88 days. In his cabin that he named Patterson's Retreat, Jake's cabin was isolated in a wooded area which helped him conceal Jayme's presence. Every time visitors came over to Jake's cabin, he would hide Jayme under his bed and play loud music to conceal Jayme's presence while the visitors were at his cabin. He even took Jayme's clothes and burnt them, and made her wear his clothes to further hide her identity. Finally, on the 10th of January 2019, Jake Thomas Patterson left the cabin for a few hours and forgot to lock Jayme in. So she bravely escaped the cabin, running in the freezing cold weather until she encountered Jean Nutter, who was walking her dog, and Jayme identified herself to her, so Jean took Jayme to a neighbor's house where they called 911. And shortly after that, Jake Thomas Patterson was arrested and later confessed to the crime, and was sentenced 2 consecutive life sentences without parole, plus an additional 40 years, all to be served consecutively. After Jayme recovered in the hospital, she stayed with her aunt and uncle, who were Jayme's legal guardians, where they provided a safe environment for her during her recovery, and has remained out of the public eye, focusing on healing and continuing her education. Jayme has become an advocate for other missing and exploited children, and has raised awareness about the issue of child abduction. That will be it for today's case. Please like and subscribe, and if there are any cases you would like to hear about, please leave it in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.